We're talking about purposeful prioritization and specifically the key three for me every day. This is how I actually work, typically around 20 hours per week, and actually make more money and more impact. We're going to be diving in. Do you want blissful balance in your personal and professional life? Great. What's up, guys? My name is Cary and I want to help you happy hustle a life you love, one full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, a professional model / actor, a digital marketing specialist, a podcast host, author, a biohacker, an eco warrior, a martial artist, a hippie cowboy, and a humanitarian. My goal is to educate, inspire, and entertain you to live a life of passion, purpose, and positive impact. It is time to happy hustle your dream reality. Purposeful prioritization. This, my friend, can be the absolute game changer that you are looking for to make more money in more impact, but in less time. So if you want to learn more about purposeful prioritization and the key three things for me that I do every single day, this is it. What's up, guys? My name is Cary Jack. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur and author and founder of The Happy Hustle. And I want to share with you my key three. These are the things that I do every day. I write them on a little post-it note like this. I'll write key three and just 3 bullets. And they fall into 3 different categories. And I'm going to break down this process so that you can learn how to actually work less but make more. Now, I'll give you a little story context around this, okay? Back in the day, if you don't know my story, I'll tell you a quick snippet. I was working like a damn dog, 100 plus hour weeks. I had a tech startup in New York City. I was grinding my face off. And let me tell you, that was unsustainable. We were having a ton of success, getting potential deals inked that were going to change my life. We had partnerships on the table with Microsoft and IBM, and we were soliciting like a big VC funding deal to then essentially build up our tech company to then have a massive exit in 5 years. Now, the problem was I was working so much, I didn't really actually stop to think about how unhappy or unfulfilled I was. And that's where I actually burnt out, like straight up unfulfilled, yes, unhappy, yes, but I burnt out. I was so stressed, so full of anxiety just from like constantly being in New York City and grinding around. I didn't have any prioritization. It was just like putting fires out left and right, going to networking meetings, going to this, going to that. I didn't actually know what was important in my calendar, what wasn't. I didn't have any type of system or coding or a way to actually dissect my day. And that's where I really learned the hard way how to not happy hustle. And now I have completely did a 180, truly. Like, I really don't work that much. And when I am working, yes, I'm working hard and I'm focused, but I'm not working that much. It's typically like 20 hours per week. That's a couple hours a day. I get in some solid, flow. Sometimes I'm not really that solid. Like, I'll even keep it 100 with you. Today, for example, and of course, it's the day I'm recording this particular episode with this particular topic, I'm not really feeling like today was my best day. I got up. I didn't really knock out my routine like I did or like I normally do. I jumped right into a phone call that I usually don't do. I'm a little bit off my key three that I set out for my day to day. And, it happens. But for the most part, I'm focused. I'm, doing the things that I need to be doing when I am working. And then I'm playing. I'm having fun. Right after this, I'm going to my soccer game. I go to the hot springs, fly fishing, horseback riding. I go and hang with my wife. And we got a little baby on the way. So getting ready for that little guy. We got a lot going on in our days. And if you don't know how to purposefully prioritize them, you will just be reactive rather than proactive. And that's like a huge takeaway. If you can just stop and just look at what you are doing right now. Are you being more reactive in your day or are you being more proactive? And it really comes down to those 2 choices. Now, if you want to actually purposefully prioritize, I'm going to break down these key 3. Okay. Now, the three different parts of business. If you're an entrepreneur or you're an aspiring entrepreneur, these are the key three things that you need to be focusing on. Okay. You got marketing, sales, and then fulfillment. That's it. Marketing, sales, and fulfillment. So my days, and sometimes this is consciously, sometimes this is even subconsciously, I consist three different pieces of my day in these three different categories. Like the three things that I know I need to get done. If I do these three things today, it is a win. And they fall typically in one of those three categories: marketing, sales, and fulfillment. So I'll literally show you exactly how I do it. I write key three, 1, 2, 3. And it's not even in that much of a different order, but I'm holding it up for the YouTube. If you're just on audio, check out the YouTube channel, Cary Jack, the Happy Hustler on there. But if you're not seeing it, it's just very simply a Post-it note. I write the three things, like very simply for marketing. It could be send an email to my list. That's it. That could be marketing. For sales, it's send 5 like prospecting voice or video messages to a potential, lead, right? And then fulfillment is, you could check in with your top 10 customers and just give them some love, right? Or work on your SOPs, you know, with your delivery mechanism, right? So it's like very simply, you have to identify how you are going to structure your day. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Apologies for interrupting your programming. But I have to tell you, the best investment you can make in yourself is one in which helps you acquire skills. You've probably heard people talk about, oh, just invest in yourself and you'll be successful. Yes, that's true to a degree, but you have to invest in skills that will ultimately help you achieve your desired results. And I think one of the best skills one can possess, be it an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, is the sales sword. Really knowing how to sell, utilizing pressure free persuasion, which will make you more money and more impact. Now, if you want to know how to sell more efficiently and effectively, I just launched a sales course called The Proven Roadmap Process to Selling Millions of Dollars and helping you to increase your conversions, guaranteed. And you can get access to this new sales course that the Happy Hustle is launching at thehappyhustle.com/sales. And if you act fast, you'll get it at the lowest price it'll ever be available, because we are launching it and we want to gain amazing testimonials and social proof to further share this knowledge. So if you act fast, you can get it at the lowest price it'll ever be. That's at thehappyhustle.com/sales. Now let's get back to this episode. But purposefully prioritizing all the while. And if you do those key three things, that's the beauty of this. There's only 3. And like, you can do 3 in less time than you can even probably fathom when you're focused. And that's another topic, discipline equals freedom, as Jocko Willink says. And if you want to really crush it as a happy hustler and as an entrepreneur, you got to have focus. So that's just like kind of just to get in the door, you need to make sure you're focused when you are working. And I've talked about that on past topics. But for the matter that we're discussing today, purposefully prioritizing, focus on those 3 areas. That's it: marketing, sales, and fulfillment. And do one thing in each of those different categories to grow your business, to increase your income, to increase your impact, right? And even if it's just a side hustle right now, that's cool too. But just make sure that you're doing something every single day in those 3 different areas, right? And maybe it's just Monday through Friday. But if you want to be, extracurricular happy hustling, then maybe Saturday, Sunday, it's a day to, catch up and do it. Sometimes I do like working on a nice Saturday. Sometimes, I will go through some stuff on Sunday. It's not like this hard and fast rule for my calendar, for my schedule. Although most of the time I'm not working on the weekends and I'm not really working that much during the week. So, there's a lot of people who glorify the grind. I'm not one of them. I used to, and I found a better way, and now I talk about it. That's what I'm doing right now. So if you like to glorify the grind, if you brag to people about working on the weekends, that's good for you. I'm stoked for you as long as you're happy. Like if you're not happy though, then I would say maybe the happy hustle and digging deeper into the content and really like leveraging the soul mapping system. That's really what it comes down to is like not only do we purposely prioritize our day in these three different areas of business: marketing, sales, and fulfillment, but we can actually purposely prioritize the 10 alignments. So shameless plug, but if you haven't read the book, the 10 alignments to achieve blissful balance and avoid burnout, like that's what this book is all about. So we purposefully prioritize these 10 different areas of life, and it makes up an acronym. It's the soul mapping acronym. It's your soul's map to the blissfully balanced promised land. So the S stands for selfless service. The O stands for optimized health. The U, unplugged digitally. The L, loving relationships, right? So that's the soul part. And now the mapping part is M, mindful spirituality. A, abundance financially. P, personal development. P, passionate hobbies. I, impactful work. And then N, nature connection. So you can see it covers pretty much the gamut of life. If you purposely prioritize yourself, not only in those key three areas of business, you got marketing, sales, and fulfillment. But if you kind of zoom out and you look at like holistically the different areas of life, you can prioritize these different areas. And that's really what it comes down to when you want to really be a happy hustler. You want to actually have, a life of passion and purpose while making a positive impact. And I know those are all cliche buzzwords, but it really is the truth. Like you can feel that passion if you are prioritizing what you're doing, knowing that it's leading you closer to your dream reality. A lot of people are just too reactive. They get caught up in the calls. They get, like I did this morning, they get caught up in but that's not something I do normally. Okay. I stack more days that are on track and that are focused and that I'm purposely prioritizing. But if you get caught up in the calls and you get caught up in like being reactive mode, unfortunately, you're probably not going to be as fulfilled and be leveraging your time and expertise as best as possible. So I say all that to say this: purposefully prioritize your day. Write down the key three, right? The key three for me that I focus on when I'm growing my business is marketing, sales, and fulfillment. Okay. Now zooming out, I focus on the 10 alignments in order to achieve that blissful balance and to keep it. Right. So that's pretty much it. Like you don't have to overcomplicate this stuff. Be more proactive with your day. Know what your key three is. Write them down. Like get off the tech and actually write down your key three. Right. And then here, let me show you the key three. Write them down, and then you can actually know at the end of the day, maybe you finish early. You're like, maybe it's not even the end of the day. Maybe it's the middle of the day. You're like, hey, I already knocked out my key three. I'm good. I don't need to work anymore. And that's really what it's all about. You can have more fun and you can work less and still make, money and just really have a great life. You can't take it with you. So I think again, some people get real caught up on legacy and all that, and that's good too. I hear you, but unfortunately for me, fortunately for me, I don't have those aspirations. I want to live life to the fullest, enjoy my freedom, creative freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom, and just really make the most of every moment. So that's where the key three and purposefully prioritization comes into play. So I hope this was valuable. If it is, check out the book. You can go to thehappyhustlebook.com and you can just pick up a copy and go deeper into the whole framework. Regardless, I hope you actually do think about the key three for you, focus on the marketing, sales, and fulfillment, and really start to happy hustle a life that you absolutely are stoked about. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace and love.